And so of course he wants to lower, okay, so he wants to